Alright guys, I'm Gizno. Welcome back to another reaction video. Today we are back with some more RWBY Beyond, watching episode 2 today, titled A Knight's Journal. This episode is even longer than the last episode, which, you know, we're getting the little crumbs, you know, we're getting the best that they can, which I completely understand. But I am happy that this episode is not 3 minutes like the last one. I guess I never got the chance to react or, like, you know, be a YouTuber when RWBY was first around. In fact, I never got to experience the joy of volume 1 and watching week to week and watching only like 5 minutes and then being like, I guess that's it. So I guess in a way this is sort of just me experiencing the torture, the game playing that is only getting an episode that's like 3 minutes long. But like I said, this one's even longer. This is 5 minutes, which I'm really happy about. And I'm also happy that we're focusing on Jaune. Now, I know there are people who are upset that Jaune is the main focus and not like somebody else, like a Maiden or Ruby or Salem or something like that. I will talk about that in the discussion. But for now, I personally am very excited because that was one of the things I was interested in volume 10, how Jaune is going to adjust being back in Remnant, because he's been away for so long to the point where the Ever After was kind of like his new, it was his new home. He was there longer than he's been in Remnant. So in a way, it's like he's leaving his actual home, which is the Ever After, and coming back to Remnant, which is like his, you know, it's where he was born, you know. That's pretty, I'm wondering how he's gonna adjust. Plus, he is also a 50-year-old man, or somewhat 50-year-old man, in a like 20-year-old's body. So how is that gonna go? There's a lot of stuff that I'm very, very excited for here, and I'm wondering how much they're really gonna dive into, and how much they're like, we kind of want to save this just in case volume 10 happens. I don't know, but I'm really, really excited. So I don't want to waste any more time. Before we get started, just want to say thank you guys for watching. I really, really appreciate it. If you guys have been enjoying this video, then you can like the video, comment, subscribe. All those things really help me out, and subbing let you guys know when I upload next. On top of that, I do have a Patreon if you guys are interested. Right now, I have early releases for Kamen Rider, a series that I'm reacting to. But hopefully in the future, I will have some more stuff, which I will be happy to share with you guys. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Let's not waste any more time and get on with the episode. Oh, we're getting a better shot of Vacuo.
This is the very first entry in what I guess is about to become my journal.
Oh, that looks so cool. Look at it.
Something you do when you want to keep your daily life.
Sorry, John, I should be listening. Let me put the subtitles on, because something that I really liked about the last episode, and I'm sure you're gonna like about this episode, is getting the little Vacuo bits while also getting the episode. So I want to get both. So I'm turning the caption on.
Now that I've been young and old and young again, it's not always.
I might have to talk to Ozma about that.
In perspective these days. I know I lost it for a little bit there.
Yeah, but nobody can really blame you. Hey, look at these guys zooming.
Things aren't the same. Rin and Nora have their own thing they're working through, and I'm not the same boy they knew.
Jeez, yes, I'm glad they're tackling this. He's the Rusted Knight.
Nora loves reminding people of that, by the way.
My friend,
just look at her like
you saw him in a fairy tale.
These days, I'd rather forget.
Aww.
I guess I was the Rusted Knight.
You can see the little strands of white in his hair.
Really me.
It was you.
Who is Jaune?
That's the question you should be asking. Who are you now? You're not the Rusted Knight. You're not Jaune you used to be. Yes! Let's go!
And how is that journal going?
I haven't quite started yet. Soon, though.
That'll help.
Yeah,
does Oscar have his own journal? It makes sense. He's losing himself.
Wrong. I'm not unhappy to be back. I just feel out of place.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
I've let the world by, and it's done the same.
Believe me, I know what that's like. I've been the subject of a couple of fairy tales myself.
You mean Ozma?
Yeah, I was about to say, you or Ozma?
Of course.
Oh, Oscar.
If you're not sure where to start, I do have a suggestion, if you'd like.
Sure.
Oh my god, the way he said it so seamlessly, it's crazy.
Little they might have been that you spent in the Ever After.
Just focus on the positive.
No, not like that. It might be able to help you remember what it was all for. And rewrite the story in your own way.
From your point of view.
The good times.
Alex!
I remember Alex and Lewis.
Alex and Lewis!
Those early days of getting to know each other were magical.
Aww.
Juniper!
Juniper!
His life. For me, the secret that I knew a little of what was happening to all of us was exciting. Lewis was a puzzle, since he wasn't part of the story I knew.
Yeah.
He figured out really quickly that I knew more than I was letting on. We compared.
He's a smart kid. And not Ozma.
Faraway future. I couldn't believe they were from Vacuo.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting a little bit more. Before the war. Okay. Now we're getting some shit. I forgot to get my
They didn't have days of the week, so
my tablet.
Splatter Day, just for us humans.
Aww.
You know, for a while,
And Juniper,
they ended up having
obviously.
Splatter Day every day because they didn't understand. Every Splatter Day, there was a farmer.
Oh shit, the anime glasses.
Instead of buying produce, you bought farmers who would grow it for you.
Oh.
For a little bit.
We bought slaves? Wait, what? What's going on? What was that again?
Farmers weren't buying produce. You bought farmers who would grow it for you.
I guess you would give the money to the farmers, and then those farmers would grow stuff. Okay.
But it was those campfires I remember most.
Oh.
Lewis writing everything down in his journal.
He has a journal? Oscar was talking about a journal? I'll stop.
Oh, and in those early days, every night around the campfire, when I tell them my story.
Look at her eyes light up. I'm sure she was really interested.
Oh, they always seemed so amazing.
Of course, you're kind of telling them the future.
Which was weird because it was just my life.
Yeah.
Mistakes I'd made. And the times I'd gotten lucky.
That's part of adventure, isn't it?
People around you who make you feel more than you are. Or maybe they see you in a way you can't see yourself.
Volume Beacon era
outfits. Good fire
outfits.
brings.
And Pyrrha,
Laughter. And a good meal.
Team is so important
those
in the RWBY show.
Across Vacuo at night, and I wonder what people are sharing, what they're building, the hope they're stoking.
Oh God.
And what they'll be saying when this is all over.
The voice acting is killing me. So good.
I guess maybe there's something to this after all.
Perspective.
Yeah. Do you think we're gonna make it?
Around that camp.
Are we talking about Salem or are we talking about the show?
Did it matter?
Aw. Jeez, you can relate this to the show, couldn't you?
No.
At this very moment, when you're watching characters in the show that you love, the future is really unnecessary to think about right now. Just living in the moment, that happiness is everything. Wow. That's so good. I know I just kept on talking because more stuff was happening and I was getting really excited, but I'm definitely going to rewatch this and just like let it sink in. This is exactly what I wanted. Maybe we don't even need it in volume 10 because they basically gave it to us here. Obviously, you know, it would be good to reconnect with Jaune and see how he's doing when that time comes. But right now, I got exactly what I wanted. Getting his thoughts on being back, seeing how he's just really struggling. And something that I wasn't expecting, I didn't think of for some reason, was like him and him and Oscar connecting. That was a good touch, and it made perfect sense. They're both dealing with something very similar. Oscar is deep in the curse right now. I mean, we saw that in the epilogue, but like him just seamlessly saying that he was a part of a few fairy tales himself, you know. Sooner or later, he's going to be like, I've made more mistakes than any man, woman, or child on this planet. You know, that's what we're kind of trying to avoid here. And I wonder if we're going to focus. I don't think we're going to focus on that here in the RWBY Beyond. But it was good to get a little bit about him there as well. And, I mean, this was a really good... This was really good. I definitely, in the last episode, I'll be honest, I was like, ooh, Vacuo, whoa, look at all this stuff. This shit looks so cool. And then after that, the stuff it was cool to see Sun again. It's great to hear Michael's voice again, and then Carrie's as Neptune. But the tone was just kind of weird. But this, not saying that I'm like all about the edgy shit, but this felt very appropriate. Like Jaune, he had little there was a little light moments here and there, like with the farmers market where you're buying farmers and you're paying those farmers, so it's not slavery, it's fine. But also Splatter Day or something. I was kind of hoping that I would hear Oscar be like, "Happy Splatter Day, Jaune," and be like, it was you. But I don't know. They kind of they were able to keep. I mean, I guess it's not, because Oscar would know, unless that memory hasn't been unlocked yet. I don't know, but Oscar would know if it was Jaune. You know, he would know by now, probably, right? Unless that memory hasn't been unlocked yet, but it's probably not canon. It's just the fact that, oh no, oh my gosh, Lewis also has a journal, what, you know? But no, I will not beat that dead horse. But yeah, this whole thing felt very good, and I did think that they were speaking about the show at the very end when he was like, "Are we gonna make it?" And then Oscar was like, "At this very moment, does that matter?" Same thing as when Jaune was in front of that campfire. Did it matter, or was he just comfortable being in that feeling? And I feel like a lot of people, myself included, we kind of focus on the future and we don't realize what's right in front of us, and then we miss it and then regret it. But sometimes it's good, like in this moment, not to think about the future of RWBY, not to think about, oh, I'm so scared, what's gonna happen, and just be like, I mean, we're getting just material about these characters, and we're seeing how they feel and stuff, and we're getting really good artwork and really good like mini stories. And that kind of brings me to the whole like people getting upset that Jaune is being the focus and it's not Winter or RWBY or something or Salem. And it's like, yes, those would be great, but we just don't have the voice actors, we don't have the budget, we don't have the time to focus on that. It's just little stories bringing you back into Remnant and just being with these characters that you've known for over a decade, maybe, if you've been around for that long, you know. I haven't. 2026, that'll be a decade for me. One of the reasons why I'm hoping the show comes back, so I can celebrate that. But yeah, it's just sometimes you just gotta not think about the lore. The lore is, I mean, we're getting little bits and stuff like that here and there, but like what's really important, really, right now, is just to be there in the moment. And I don't know, maybe you don't like the moment. That's fine. I don't know what to say to you then. I got nothing. But yeah, this was great. I loved it. These two, it was great focusing on them. Honestly, geez, you know, that brings me back to Volume 6. This is a talk. I wanted these two to talk way back in Volume 6 after Jaune slammed Oscar into a wall, but instead we talked to Pyrrha's ghost or mom or ghost mom or whatever. Did not like that scene. I like the music though, and the voice acting was really good. And I also like how we don't know if it was Pyrrha or Pyrrha's mom. But I wish that it was Oscar and Jaune talking in that scene, and I'm glad that they got that moment really together to sit down and properly talk, and they did. And what a fucking mature talk that they had. I also got a little bit with Alex and Lewis. That was great. It's cool getting a little bit of adventure with them. It's making me kind of wish for like a story with all three of these guys. I think that would be good. Even if we know how it will turn out, we know that Alex is destined to die by the Curious Cat. Lewis is destined to go back into Remnant. By the way, these two are from Vacuo. That's a nice fun fact. And of course, Jaune is destined to come back to Remnant as well. You know, it'll still be nice to see how these three like interact properly with each other. But that's a wish. This was a really good story. Really, infinitely liked it more than the first episode for sure. And now I'm really excited to see what we have in store for episode 3. I think there are 4 episodes in total, so we got 2 more weeks to go. So yeah, I'm really excited. Tell me what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section down below. Tell me what you guys thought about my reaction. I will see you guys next time. Until then,